Hello and welcome to your latest Maths Wizard video. Today we're going to be taking a look at percentage change. So by the end of this video you should be able to calculate percentage change and then calculate percentage change using word problems. So some wordy questions we're going to take a look at. Okay, so first thing we're going to look at is this formula. So when you're calculating percentage change, it's all about working out how much something increases or decreases by as a percentage. So for example, you might get paid £10 an hour, you might get a £1 an hour increase to £11 an hour. So as a sum of money that's £1, but as a percentage that would be 10% because 1 is 10% of 10. So that's obviously a really simple example. We're going to be looking at some more complicated examples as we go through the video. But the key thing is, using this formula, you've got to work out the difference between the original amount and the new amount. Okay, so in this, the example I gave you was there was a £1 increase. So let me get my pen working. So there was a £1 increase. The original salary was £10. So then we do 1 divided by 10 times 100, and that will give us our 10% increase on the salary. Okay, so let's have a look at some more complicated examples then. So if we take a look at this example here, so you might want to maybe perhaps have a little pause of the video, see if you can work it out yourself. So 50 is being increased to 55. We want to know what that increase is as a percentage. So pause your video, have a go. Okay, so to work out that difference then, if we do 55, sorry, my pen's been a pain. Just give me a sec. Let's try again. So if we do 55 take away 50, that will give us 5. So our difference between the original amount and our new amount is 5. So in our formula we write 5 over 50, because that's what it was before it increased, times by 100. And if you've got a calculator, you can use your fraction button to type that in, and then times by 100, or you can do 5 divided by 50 times 100. And that in this case would give you a 10% increase. So 50 is increased by 10% there. Okay, so let's look at it with a decrease then. So pause your video and have a go. Okay, so this time then, if we work out the difference between the two amounts, so 60 take away 57 is 3, so the number has decreased by 3 just as a value. So in our formula, it's 3 over 60 times 100, and that will give you 5%. Now a little tip for you on questions like this. Now if you've got some higher numbers there, what you can do is simplify your fraction. So you could do 1 over 20 times 100 there. That might make it a little bit easier. Perhaps if you haven't got a calculator, if this is on a calculator paper, perhaps you could perhaps work it out like that. Okay. If we have a look at another example then, so this time we're going from 80 to 280. So if you pause your video and have a go. Okay, so if we work out the difference then, so 280 minus 80 is 200, so the amount has increased by 200. So before it increased it was 80, so we've got our fraction here. If we times that by 100, that will give us 250%. So we've increased by more than 100% here. And something to realise here, if you've got an amount that is more than doubling, so if you double 80 you get 160, so as soon as this figure here is more than 160, you know it's got to be more than 100% increase. So that's one thing to always sort of realize straight away, because I've seen people on this with this particular example before write 2.5 down. That's because they do 200 divided by 80 to get 2.5, and then I've seen people write down 2.5%. But that's not gonna be the right answer for this one. Okay, that's the decimal, not the percentage. So just be aware of that. When something is more than doubling, it's more than 100%. If something doubles, so if you went to 160, that would be an exactly 100% increase on that one. Okay, let's give you a few more to practice with there then. So I'd like to pause your video and have a go at these ones. Okay, and here are your answers to these questions then. So you'll notice on the bottom two, 36 has doubled there to 72, which is why it's a 100% increase. And then down the bottom, we've gone from 40 to 100. So we've had a 60 increase there, and that's over 40. So as soon as you see an improper fraction here, you know straight away it's going to be a percentage that's more than 100. Well, it could be 100 if it's got the same number. If it was 60, if it was 40 over 40, then it would be 100%. But okay, let's have a look at maybe some context-based questions with these then. So this example here, the bus fare has gone from £2 to £2.20. We want to know what this increase is as a percentage. So if you pause your video and have a go. Okay, so it's gone up to £2.20. So if we take off that 2, we're left with 20p. Now be really careful here with your money questions, because we've got this in pounds, we've got this in pence here. So you've got to make sure with your fraction that you work either all in pounds or all in pence. So you've either got to do 20 over 200 if we go all in pence, or 0.2 over £2, over 2 there. Okay, so either one, it doesn't really matter which one you do. Let's do it in pence for now though. So 20 over 200 times 100 shows you that it's a 10% increase. And you might find with some of them, like some of you might find it pretty obvious that 20 is 10% of 200. So some of them you might be able to tell before even doing the sum, you know, if they're giving you a nice easy one. This is the sort of one they might do perhaps on a non-calculator paper perhaps. Okay. Let's have a look at this next one then. So it says a TV is reduced. So we've got a percentage decrease here from £500 to £425 in the sale. What would this reduction be as a percentage? So if you pause your video and have a go. Okay, so if we just work out first the reduction as an amount of money. So it's gone down by £75 as an amount of money. Now remember, that needs to go over the original amount, so it was £500 before it went down in price. We times that then by 100, we will get a 15% reduction there. So it's gone down by 15%. Now be really careful on this bit here. Sometimes I've seen people write the new value, so do not write 425 here, because then you're working out 75 as a percentage of 425, not as a percentage of 500. So just be really careful. Be really careful with that. Okay, and final example then. So this was one, I think this was on a past paper question actually. So it says in 1999 the minimum wage was £3.60 per hour, and this is very true actually. And by 2013 it had gone up to £6.31 per hour. So I would like you to work out that increase as a percentage. So pause your video and have a go. Okay, so first if we work out the difference as an amount of money, so if we take £3.60 away from £6.31, we are going to get £2.71. So it's gone up by £2.71 per hour as an amount of money. So if we write that over £3.60, times that by 100, that will tell us that increase as a percentage. So it's going to be 75. Now, this is a recurring decimal one, this one. So my calculator is telling me that it's 75.27 recurring. So you might want to write that down sort of in your working out, and then you might think, well, it's pretty close to 75%. So you might write that down on your answer line. Because they don't tend to, and most exam boards don't tend to specify a number of decimal places for questions like this. So, but obviously if they do, if they said to one decimal place, you might write down perhaps 75.3% there. Okay, and that is percentage change. So it's quite a challenging topic, that one. But hopefully you found this video useful. Hit subscribe. I'll be uploading loads more videos relating to the GCSE Maths Foundation syllabus. So thank you very much for listening, and bye-bye.